We have every single zombies map that has ever been made in a Treyarch or a Activision, I should say. In an Activision game, we have every single map for zombies that have been made. And we're going to put them in a tier list. That's what we're going to do. And I don't know if you're going to agree with the tier list, but that's what we're doing. So that's exactly what we're doing. Best tier list, bet maps. I haven't played all of them. That's fine. You probably haven't either. We start with the OG. Pretty good. Nocturne and Totem. World at War, you finish the campaign, you finish going through and beating everything. You randomly get thrown into a cutscene where there's zombies chasing you. That's iconic. I think that's a #1 part. Maybe not #1, but it's up there. I'm going pretty good. Verrupt, first ever DLC that we had for zombies. Still World at War, smaller map, eerie map, really hard map to start out with. Introduced the Wonderwolf, Double Tap 1.0. All of it. I'm gonna say average. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say average. It wasn't a bad map. It wasn't a bad map in the slightest. Do I think it was a great map? No. But it was still good. We'll go there. Shino Numa, one of my favorite maps. Not gonna lie. One of my favorite maps. Map design wise, with the traps, the way that the perks come in, they can cycle through. You can kind of know what's coming, but you don't really know what's coming. I think it's good. I think I'm still going average though. Now here's what some people might disagree. Derice, I'm going tolerable. I'll play it. I think it's fine. I think the remake versions of it are much better. The Giant, so much better than the original Derice. I think it's fine though. I don't think it's a terrible map. I don't think it's a great map. I think it's tolerable. I think middle of the pack is fine. Moon's a tough one because you go to Black Ops 1, okay? You go Black Ops 1, you're thinking Kino. Kino's great, but Moon is iconic. Moon has astronauts. Moon, if you do the Easter egg correct, you have a pyramid you have to find. You have a gadget to find. You have to have a oxygen mask on the whole time. But I think I'm going tolerable. It's not God tier for sure. It's definitely not God tier. It's definitely not God tier, but I think it's still tolerable. I do. Transit, I'm going God tier. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going God tier. You had so many different spots. You had the power. You had the mannequin to make power. You had to turn on the power. You had the lab. You had the bus. You had the baby coming at you. You could run into old Nocturne Totem that was just off the path. I think it's probably the best thing Zombies has ever had, and I really need them to bring it back in BO6. Like, they need to make it a DLC. They need to make it something, because if not, Transit's an iconic thing that never is going to be made again. Bus Depot, I'm going average. If you wanted to level up some weapons, you want to get higher XP, you just want to go for higher rounds, pre-Nuketown on BO2 for Zombies, Bus Depot was the go-to for that. That or Town. Bus Depot, you had more of a challenge. You had some lava. You didn't have to worry about pack-a-punching. You see how you go without pack-a-punching. It was a legendary map. Legendary. But still a small map. No pack-a-punch, like I said. So there's some pullbacks. Legendary map. Farm, I'm going Farm's terrible. I think it's awful. I don't think I've played it since it came out and I ran through it the first time. It doesn't call to me. There's nothing about it makes me want to play it. I think it's okay at best. I'm going trash can. I'm going bad. Town, brother, it's Town. You had to run through lava to pack a punch your weapons. You get the Mustang and Sally, and you stand in the one corner. You can go on top of the building. You can get on top of the building. You can move out. You got the Galva Knuckles you can buy, brother. Town might go down as one of the best in history. It's not Transit level. I would put it at the same as Nocturne Totem. I'm saying it's pretty good. I think it's up there. Nuketown, God tier. God tier. You know how long and how many maps I have played of Nuketown Zombies on Black Ops 2, I will still go back and play this on custom maps because it's so iconic. You had perks falling from the sky. You had a number counter. You even had little Easter eggs you could do. You had the bombshell in the back that you could open up and get a fire cell out of. It literally is one of my favorite maps of all time from Zombies, and I think it goes God tier, and I think most people would agree with that, honestly. And if you disagree with it being God tier, you're right to be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong, but that's just what you are, is wrong. Here's where I'm going to lose some people. I don't like Die Rise. I don't like Die Rise at all. I don't like the thought of like being in the skyscraper, but it's an upside down skyscraper because it fell over and half of it. I think Die Rise is one of, and this is a long, not everybody agrees with this, one of the worst zombie maps that most people play. I do. I would put it along with Farm. I don't go back and play it. I know it's loved. For me, that's a hot take for people. I don't like it at all. Nothing about it. Not at all. Original Verruct. Original Verruct's really good. Not gonna lie. It's not great. I wouldn't put it on the same as Town. I'd put it on the same as Shinonuma. I think all the Verruct variants are there. You know, Verruct should be under pretty good. First map to have perks. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Kojak, that's me. What's up? Yeah, I mean, it's the first map to have perks. You're right. But nothing else, like, calls me to it. Was it eerie? Yes. Everything I said for the first Verruct, I'm staying with. Mob of the Dead, however. I love Mob of the Dead. I think I played it just as much as Town. I'm gonna be honest. When the remake came out on Customs, I was there. Like, we played it the day it came out on stream. I think Mob of the Dead should be known as one of the best maps of all time. Hands down, like one of the best. I think you can go back and replay it all the time. You could have the afterlife. You could build on the plane up top. Like, brother, there's nothing about Mob of the Dead that isn't good. That being said, I don't think it's better in Nuketown. I don't think it's better in Transit. Buried, God tier, hands down. Most of the BO2 maps are God tier, and I might be biased on that, but they're just good. Buried was good. You had what? Oh my God, you could feed a guy booze, and he would build things for you. Hello. You had witches to get free perks. You had a time skip device. You had the oh my God, what's it called? That you could fly up with. You had the DLC weapon for that perk. You had the chalk system. You had the bank system. You had 15 different levels to how good this map was. It's got to be God tier, hands down. Without Die Rise is tolerable. You had to learn the timing. Probably the top three. Top three's tough. Top three's tough. Leroy, that's his name. Leroy was my dude. You could knife him, make him run faster. You could give him booze, make him build chalk for you. Literally, round 2 on this map, it could be set up for the rest of the game. It was amazing. Origins, don't come at me. Don't come at me. You know Origins is iconic. You got the staffs. You got the ether. You got the afterlife. You got Samantha Easter egg. You got the mini Easter eggs. You got the Maxis drone. You got the upgraded staffs. You got everything. Literally, you got Takio in the cutscene beforehand chopping off heads. What are we talking about? Par none. One of the most done Easter eggs of all of zombies is gonna be Origins, hands down. It's the best map that's ever come out. If I could have a tier that said this is my #1 map, that's it. Here's where I might lose some people too. I think Shadows of Evil is okay. I think it's okay. I don't think it's great. I really don't think it's great at all. I think it's playable. I think it's fun. I don't think it deserves the hype that it gets, to be honest with you. I don't think it deserves the hype at all. I think it's a fine map. I know it's a hot take, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that. That's just what it is, I think. Unfortunately, I think it's just a hot take, and I'm going to stick by it. It's meh. The Giant's a pretty good map. Compared to the original Derice, the Giant is so much better. Graphics wise, Double Tap 2.0. We have the dog rounds are better. The timing is better. The like everything about it is just better. Granted, it's on the BO3 engine, but it's so much better. So much better. Dreisendrach, I'm gonna go Dreisendrach's pretty good too. You got the bow system. The bows came into play. You had the original Hellhounds, not Hellhounds. You had the original dogs from getting the Hell's Retriever and Mob of the Dead, but you brought that over and made them into dragons on Dreisendrach. Hello? Yes. Give it to me every time. I think Dreisendrach is an amazing map. It's what Origins would be for BO3. Literally. It's the same thing. You had the bows, same as the staffs for Origins. You had different spots like the soul chest that you could do for Dreisendrach, which was the dragons. It's BO3's version of Origins for BO2. It's amazing. It's so good. Zetsubo no Shima. Crazy take. I've never played Zetsubo no Shima. I've never played Zetsubo no Shima at all. I think I played it once in the tournament I did for Zombies for Charity, and that's it. Never played it. Have no opinion on it. Straight up, just don't. Oh, good, Dan. I appreciate you being here. Garad Covey, same thing. I played it once. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I can't talk bad on it. Can't talk good on it. It's all right. That's just going unplayed. I can't. Revelations. Oh, Revelations pretty good. The first map we had that combined multiple different maps that were iconic all into one with its own Easter egg with the Apothecant Servant, with the mini Easter egg with the Apothecant Servant, and you had you brought it back all the way to home by using Nocturne and Toten as the place to get power, and you went inside this animal and there were spiders and like it's so good. It was so good. It's going up there. Chronicles knocked on Toten. It wasn't needed. I understand they brought it back for the fact of it being Chronicles. It wasn't needed. It just wasn't. Like, I get it, but we've had so many iterations of it. I think it's cool. I think Chronicles on its own should be its own map, to be honest. Should be its own thing that you put in here. It wasn't needed. I don't play it that much. It's just there. Shinonuma, we already did Shinonuma, did we not? Hello? I thought we did Shinonuma. Shinonuma, I would say also tolerable. Fun. Resurrection Shinonuma. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I stick by average. It's good. It's fun. I would play it on a whim. Not great. Chronicles Verrucht. All of the Chronicle ones, I'm going to say, besides Origins, we're not even going to put them on the tier list, honestly. No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to go through all those Chronicles, all those Shangri-La. Now, Shangri-La Chronicles, I'm going here. I'm going average. I think it's really fun. I think it's really good. I don't find myself wishing that I'm playing it, is what I'm saying. I think it's fun. I think it's great. I don't find myself wishing to play it, but it's still a good map. Still a good map. Chronicle Origins, it's same as the regular Origins, honest. Blood of the Dead, I think it's fine. People love that map. People love that map. I think it's fine. I think it's fun. I think it was overhyped and overplayed for the amount of time it was out. I don't think it's one of the best maps at all. At all. Classified, I really like Classified. I think Classified's great. Honestly, I think it's one of the best ones. I think if you were to ask me, Origins isn't on the playing field. None of my God tier are on the playing field. I think Classified might be one of my first ones I go to. Not gonna lie. We're not even gonna talk about that one. Not at all. Original Derice, Voyage of Despair. It's fine. I mean, it's the first time we had an actual zombies map on a ship. So, like, cool. There was artifacts. There was the new storyline. It was fine. It's playable. That's about where I'd go. It's playable. Dead of the Night. I don't even recognize that map. I'm being 100% honest with you. Alpha Omega. Give me up there. Actually, I'm going pretty good. Alpha Omega is a good map. It's really good. I know it technically wasn't supposed to be a zombies map. Like, it was running off the hype of the original Nuketown, but still good. Still really good. Not gonna lie. Still really good. Tagdir Toten. Nope. Nightfall, never played. Point of Contact, never played. A lot of these I've never played. If it wasn't the old school Treyarch ones, I haven't played. Awakening, Original Kino, put me up. Was the wallet? Give me it. Give me that. The Original Kino is one of the best maps I've ever seen. Zombies in Spaceland, I'm also going pretty good. Zombies in Spaceland is pretty good. People hate on Zombies in Spaceland. I know it's a hot take. I think it's a really good map, not gonna lie. The rest of these, honestly, Call of the Dead should go up there. Call of the Dead should be pretty average. I mean, it would, you know what? No, Call of Dead's pretty good. Call of Dead's not God tier. Call of Dead's pretty good. It's a map you can go back and play. You understand the Easter egg. If you don't know it, you can find tutorials on it. It's a really good map to go back and try to learn from, honestly. I don't even see any of the BOC. Ooh, 5. Give me 5. 5, I think, is a God tier map. You could play as JFK. Just let that sink in. You could play as JFK fighting zombies. That alone gives it a top tier for me. Ascension, also top tier. I love Ascension for high rounds. I think if you can get a good setup, you're not worried about the monkeys, you can get on your regular pad location and just train, you can get up in the 80s quick. Granted, this was at the time where there was no save feature. We just now got save feature on BO6. You had to go make sure your Xbox was still on for 2 days and just hope that it stayed on. You push pause. You didn't have to worry about being online. You wouldn't get kicked offline. You're on local play. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. If it was on here, I would put pretty good. I'm gonna go the Tomb. The Tomb's pretty good. We're gonna add BO6 into this. I think the Tomb is pretty good. I don't think it's a God tier map. I think it's pretty good. I have fun playing it. Actually, no, we're gonna do the Tomb as average. Pretty good. I'm gonna go Liberty Falls. Much better than people thought it was gonna be. One of the maps that if you're gonna play zombies on BO6, you're probably going to Liberty Falls. If you like a good Easter egg, I would put both the Tomb and Terminus Island on average, but I think this is solid, honestly, and most of these are just repeats or the Zombie Chronicles versions of it, or honestly, the rest of these I don't think I've played, but I think that's a pretty solid list. If you don't agree with these top, like, 7, honestly, I just think you're wrong. And I don't know if that's mean of me to say, but I think you're wrong, honestly. But that's where I stand. I think that is the best version of zombies you can have. Honestly, I do. I just think that's what it is, unfortunately.